few people that are as self-deprecating as Jason Ackerman, and few people can take as much verbal abuse as he can, which is why we get along well.
What's that? What do you say? What do you say about me?
Said you were so self-deprecating, it was awesome.
I'm literally worried about hurting myself right now, that's all. All right, best hour of their day. We are dropping in at CrossFit TTG. Fern, Ackerman, about to hit another workout if I make it.
We don't know if he's gonna make it. It's our second training session of the day. We got a little snatch complex here at CrossFit, trained to go. So we'll see how he does. I don't know, but we're about to find out.
Insert snatch joke now. Hughes, what's your best snatch? 306.
306.
Mine's 307, which is
Weird,
weird.
Talk about something real quick.
Yeah.
So we literally just watched Juice do a 280 snatch complex.
I think it was actually more than 280. It had like...
Oh yeah, no, he had fractional plate on there. It's probably like
Fractions on
281 or 282. So
literally
snatch plus overhead squat.
more than double what I'm going to do.
And 10 years ago, that unless you were a weightlifter, that was not something that existed. To walk into a random gym and have somebody do a snatch complex at 280.
10 years ago, the average person that exercised didn't know what a snatch was. Let alone, the first time I ever saw the workout Isabel on CrossFit.com, I was like, 135, fine, no big deal, I'll go do that. Couldn't move it.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that like the proliferation of weightlifting in general since CrossFit has hit the scene. Like how many people are not only familiar with the lifts but like pretty damn good at them.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be if you can snatch just your body weight, you were really strong. Like I remember when I hit a body weight snatch and I was like, hell yeah. Now that's nothing.
Yeah.
You're not even good. Very sore right now, mate.
Yeah.
I'm very sore. I can't get below parallel.
So level 1 and level 2?
It's gonna be tricky.
So this has been cool. So like I think Justin is probably like the 5th or 6th person that I've run into in the Raleigh area where I either did their level 1 or their level 2. So it's been cool to see a lot of like familiar faces.
This is too much. The human body is not meant to move this much. It's meant to rest. It's meant to lay down.
Think Jason's gonna make it?
I'm worried about myself making it. That's feel pretty broken.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes to get some weight on the bar. We'll build from there.
I'm not gonna go 307 today. I could, but I'll go a little lighter. Just don't want to intimidate people. You're dropping it at a box. You don't want to be the guy throwing around 307 like I would normally do. So I'll go light, 95. 95. That's good.
So this is the first workout that we've done in a gym where the only thing we're doing is a heavy lifting day. Not to say that you can't pair a strength and a Metcon, but with the snatch strip, or excuse me, with the snatch complex, something like this probably deserves a little bit more time than 15 minutes. So I'm happy to see that this is just an hour of lifting, and so far Juice has done a good job as far as like coaching and correcting some movement. So I'm looking forward to this class.
Loosen up, I'll warm up. This is where ego gets in the way. I'm tired, I'm sore, and I should not do much more, but I will keep doing more.
This is not going well. So Juice is doing a really good job of going around and like getting some cues in on all the athletes. I've been watching him. He's like doing a good job, which is like good coaching, particularly in these like EMOM scenarios where you got time. So it's good coaching.
That's harder, but better.
It's more right.
More right.
Heavy, heavy.
What happened over here? Too heavy? Too much ego. Not enough technique.
One of the things he's been doing really well is like during these EMOMs, you have a lot of, I don't say a lot of downtime, but a ton of downtime comparative to like a Metcon. And he's been doing a good job, like just been kind of watching him. He's got like a pretty solid pattern of like working down the line, watch an athlete lift, give him some corrective cues, and then move down the line from there. And I'm pretty sure he's gotten everybody. I know he's given me some cues that were effective as far as like keep my knuckles down, which probably means the bar was coming out. So I don't know about you.
Yeah, really good at giving cues. So far, we've not been coached a lot, and it's not because we necessarily move well, because maybe it's a little intimidating to coach a high caliber coach, not afraid, and has given some great cues and also followed up, which is a big lesson. Don't just drop a cue and walk away. Stick around, make sure it works.
I'm also trying not to make it an internet thing when I put my hair up all the time.
Good job.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Alright, I'll go 44.
Yeah.
What?
This is too easy for you.
Tell him,
For weak
Meredith.
people.
Tell him what's up, Meredith. You're doing this with yours.
Basically, I'm a coach.
Tell him, Juice. Don't shy away from coaching him.
You gotta do it right.
Do it right. Thanks.
Still leaning a little bit.
Yeah, he's doing bro. What are you doing? You're embarrassing us.
In front of the world.
This is excellent.
Thank you, Juice. Thank you. Meredith is the kind of partner you want. Okay, smiling, having a good time, unlike Fern. Grumpy most of the time, clearly does it wrong.
Sometimes you gotta find.
If Fern finishes all 4 minutes,
What?
I'll be moderately impressed. That's
it? Yeah, just
That's hard.
see
My abs. Somebody touch my abs. Oh, yeah. Oh,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7, 8. Technique. I would have hit 310. Would have hit 310. Yeah, technique's number one. That's why I didn't do it. Because technique's number one.
Everybody hit PRs today?
Oh yeah, we doing this?
Oh yeah, we get all up in here. All right, y'all, we got snatches on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Snatches!
Good work, good work, good work.
Fern, great class here at CrossFit TTG.
Yep.
Juice was a phenomenal coach. What do you think?
No, I was the best coaching we've had thus far. As far as like one-on-one interaction, I thought it was really, really good. On a pretty complex day, so we did a snatch complex today. Not the easiest thing to coach, but everybody in the class got a cue. He corrected me on multiple occasions. So from a coaching standpoint, I was very impressed.
I think it's a challenge. You and I drop into many boxes all the time, not just when we're on tour dropping in, but we rarely get coached, and it's certainly not because of our athletic prowess. We're not.
Everybody needs to be coached. Neither one of us move perfectly, not even close. Like everybody could be tuned up.
And it's important to remember that as a coach, just because someone is a high-level coach or even a high-level athlete, everyone can always move better. So I appreciate the fact that Juice came over and gave me a couple of cues. And like we said, not only did I get a cue, but he stuck around and watched another rep. And you alluded to it earlier. Having that pattern really helps you, so you make sure you're not just pinballing and finding the fault that you need to go correct, and you're not sticking around the same person, but you're getting to everybody.
The other thing that I thought he did was really key from a coaching standpoint was he addressed some mindset things, but not like in a like super, huggy, feely kind of way. He kind of walked up, he said, "What happened on the last one?" And I was like, "I'm just tired, man." And he looked at me and said, "Listen," he's like, "don't step up to the bar unless you're ready." He's like, "You've got time, use the time." So I thought things like that are the mark of like a really good coach who's paying attention to the athletes, not just physically what's going on, but psychologically where they are at, because we all know how intensity affects athletes. Fatigue makes cowards of us all. So it's one of those things where like the attention to detail for stuff like that is key, I think.
And I think that really hits home when it comes to presence and attitude, because because we often associate presence and attitude with simply being this rah-rah cheerleader, outgoing, high energy, which is important. However, presence and attitude, and we discussed it at level 2, is also just having awareness and making sure you're touching base and interacting with your athletes in a way that they need. It doesn't always mean scream at them. Sometimes it means connect with them.
Yeah. All in all, I thought it was a really well-run class. The warm-up was good. He went through all the movements. He kind of had a little progression built into the warm-up in there. It's just paying attention to the athletes. Just a lot of one-on-one interaction, which is, not as common as you'd like to see it in a lot of gyms. So
I'm always happy when I leave a class and I get like one nugget. If I can leave having gotten something, and the same holds true when I coach, I try to give everybody one thing to take away, and I'm leaving this class with that nugget, how to improve my snatch. I'm very pleased with it. Juice did an excellent job.
Yeah.
Highly recommend CrossFit TTG.
Yeah, come hit it up if you guys are in the Raleigh area.